I took the easy way out. I'm down 106 on Ozempic in the last 15 months. Now, am I sorry? No. Is it really the easy way out? We're going to get into it, you guys. Welcome to my podcast. Get comfy, okay? Do you see us? We are in comfy PJs, okay? This is going to be a yap session, and I'm going to be now your favorite cartoons every Saturday. You and me, baby. Welcome to the GirlyPopTribe Podcast. Let's go. Now, the girlies who know me, they already know that I can get the rapping. So we are going to get all into it, okay? This is going to be my intro story, all about how I lost 106 in the last 15 months, all about how I got to be so big back in the first place, and all of what happened in between. So go get you a snack, go get you some water. Hydration is key, especially on a GLP-1. Let's get one thing straight, okay? I am stealing from the diabetics. I am not. I've been on compound my entire journey. I get my meds through joinfridays.com. The link will be in the description if you guys want to see if you qualify to get started on a GLP-1. But y'all, it was truly the best thing I ever did, but we are going to get into that. Now, how did I end up at 282 at only 27 Big Macs? I mean, honestly, McDonald's, I think I really do need some compensation, because we all know that you got something in that Big Mac, okay? There's no reason it needs to taste that good, but honestly, getting on the GLP-1 truly helped me take the emotion I felt out of food, and that sounds kind of sad when I say it, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because the girlies that get it. No one wants to continue to deal with food noise now that we have found Ozempic, okay? And I'm not really on Ozempic. I'm on compound GLP-1/GIP, which does contain tears. I've been in tears my entire journey, so let's just get that one thing straight. Y'all, we be fighting for our lives as GLP-1, advocates in the community, because everyone wants to say, you took the easy way out. You took the easy way out. My question to those of y'all that say that is truly, why do y'all want it to be hard for us? Do you know what it's like growing up obese in America? Why can't we have it a little bit of easy way? Why can't it be our time to have it a little bit easy? That saying's always so funny to me, because why do you want it to be hard for us? Pretty privilege isn't hard. Pretty privilege isn't hard for you at all. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. But guess what? We are going to get into all the things, because one thing about this podcast, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I will tell you guys the raw and the real. And for the last 15 months, I have been tracking my entire journey on the talk. Okay? We love TikTok over here, okay? I, have a small community over there. We're 11K strong, you guys. Okay? Don't play with us. Girly Pop Tribe for life. And shout out to all the Girly Pops. You guys, if you're here listening, drop in the chat, okay? Drop something I would say, because you guys know me really well. So drop something I would say in the chat if you're a Girly Pop. And if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, you guys. This is going to be every Saturday, you and me, we're going to get together and we are going to chat. And no, it's not always going to be about Ozempic, even though I haven't made it my whole personality since I lost 106. I didn't turn into a mean girl, though, so don't worry. I'm still a girl's girl. Don't you worry about that. But at the end of the day, why can't I talk about something that saved my life? Truly, 15 months ago, and I was on live the other day with the girlies, and we actually looked it up. I started my journey April 22nd, 2024, and that is officially 69 weeks ago. So leave it to me to look it up right when it's 69 weeks. I am not mature. Okay, guess my age in the comments. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'm very sensitive, okay? And let's just be clear. Your girl is a sensitive Sally, so Be nice to me in the comments. Say I'm beautiful, or just say, dang girl, your booty didn't melt away after losing 106. Lie to me. We're delusional queens over here, okay? Just work with me here, okay? But it really did all start in my childhood. I feel like growing up, I grew up in a great neighborhood, I grew up in one of the richest counties in America. But if you Google that, I don't know how accurate that is, but sounds about right. So, but I didn't grow up in a bad area. But just because you grow up in a great area doesn't mean you always can afford everything. And I feel like, some of the meals I grew up on, weren't always the best. And, I am so grateful that I actually grew up with the chaos of my entire family. I am one of 6, okay? Yeah. And also, 2 of my other sisters, shout out Bentley, shout out Mariah. They're on a GLP-1 as well and doing amazing things. Shout out me because, I was like, let's unbig our backs together, sisters. Let's go. No, but involving your family is something that I'm so grateful for. But that being said, it was just chaos growing up, and I was one of the youngest siblings. So, do you remember I'm here? No, but honestly, I can say I was very spoiled from my parents and also my siblings. I was just a baby girl. I'm just a baby, okay? And that's why I still to this day can't build anything alone. I'm just going to call my siblings. I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're jealous. You're jealous, Charles, Mariah. Insider. When it really comes down to you deciding if you're not your own situation anymore, it's kind of like, okay, I may have gone through this as a kid, gone through this in my life, but I'm not my situation anymore, and I'm going to choose to do better and be better and unlearn the habits that do not serve me anymore. The worst thing you can do, I feel like, is get on a GLP-1 and go full throttle in the gym, go full throttle in meal prep every week. You're going to be overwhelmed, okay? I am down 106 in 15 months, but I have stalled. I have had times where I'm having fun. I have had times where I, did not know what I was doing, okay? All you have to do on a GLP-1 is be consistent and find a routine that's truly going to work for you. And, sometimes it's hard for us to unlearn habits that don't serve us anymore. We love to hold on to the past, hold on to our childhood drama, blame everything on our parents. We love you, parents. But at the end of the day, you're grown. We're grown. We can't keep making those excuses for ourselves anymore. And at the end of the day, you're not your own reality. So change it if you don't like it. I was a teacher for 9 years, you guys. And I decided to change my career because I wanted my child to be homeschooled. She had gone through some things, and, maybe one day we'll have her on the pod and we could talk about things. But at the end of the day, I had to do what's best for me and my family. So all that to say, so much has changed for me in the last 15 months. This podcast is definitely not just going to be all about GLP-1s and me being down 106. Somebody comment how many times I've said that. But in reality, this is my life. I had a kid at 16. A lot of people said I wouldn't make it, and we wouldn't make it. And me and my kid are thriving. She turns 13 in October. So shout out to the haters. Y'all wish you were us. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's truly up to you to get to where you want to be. I could have sat down and said, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant at 16. What did I do to myself? But of course I stood up, and I stood up and I decided to become the best mom I could be. And that's exactly what I did when I decided to get on a GLP-1. I decided to go full throttle. I was not playing no games. I said, let's go. Week 1, I was down 7. By week 2, I was down another 7. So 14 by week 2. Okay. And then by my first month, I was down 19.8. Okay. And then you could tell me nothing, honestly, because a GLP-1 could do more than anybody has done for me, or anything or any medication has done for me. I'm off my high blood pressure medicine. I'm off my GERD medication. My whole life has changed because I decided to take the easy way out. You know what I mean? I decided to not listen to the naysayers and do what was best for me and my big bag. And I'm glad that I did, because unlike y'all who want to come in my comments and my lives and talk y'all mess about how I'm stealing from the diabetics, and, you know, I'm going to get this and it's doing this and all this other stuff that I get told daily. Tell your mama and tell your auntie, because I don't care. Baby, I'm ovulating for the first time in over 5 years, okay? Please, okay? So much has happened on a GLP-1 for me versus just, you know, losing. My health is better. My mental is better. Your girl is doing big things, okay? And it's all because my food noise went away. And honestly, I'm going to be messy and probably label this why I took the easy way out and got on Ozempic. But at the end of the day, the GLP-1s have done so much more for me. And I'm just so grateful. 15 months ago, I was just dealing with so much inflammation, just not in a good place. And your life can change. It literally takes one step. It takes one choice to make the change. So before we get too into everything, let's go into a GLP-1 Q&A. Let's do it. I get asked a lot of questions on the daily since I have been on my journey for, 15 months, almost 16 at this point. So let's answer some questions. We'll do some fire quick questions here. Let's see. What role did nutrition play in your success? What do your meals look like now? I really like this question because I do feel like a lot of people think they can just get on a GLP-1 and, it be super, super easy, the easy way out. But nutrition is super important when it comes to being on a GLP-1 medication. And so for me personally, I really focus on high protein meals. I eat. And my favorite saying is literally put down the protein shake and pick up the fork, because I find it very amusing. And, we love to go viral. We love to shake things up. And I, even for one, have a TikTok video that's over 100,000 views that is basically saying, like, hello, we're all on Ozempic. We're not going to really eat for lunch. Like, ha, ha, ha. It's funny. But at the end of the day, that's just content, baby, content. Okay? Eating is super, super important on these meds. And finding what you love is super important, because the best thing you can do is just find meals you love. It doesn't have to be that deep. Like, it never was that deep. Just pick a protein you love. Pick a carb you love. Pick a veggie. That simple, okay? We need to stop making it harder than it truly is. What about fitness? What kinds of workouts helped you along the way? I really like that question too, because you guys, when it comes to fitness, I love it. Now, if you don't, that's okay. You just haven't found what you love yet. Honestly, fitness can be such a good outlet for you. You just have to find what you love. If you want to dance around in your living room, dance around in your living room. Tell Alexa, hey, 15 minutes, and do a 15 minutes dancing workout with your kids. It doesn't have to be 2 hours in the gym. Most of my journey, I literally was incline walking, working on my apartment gym, doing simple workouts at the gym. I definitely would, look into progressive overloading if you don't know what that is. I'm just a girl, but definitely look into it. I really shout out to the Live app. I love them. They're amazing, and I use them a lot of my journey. Now, shout out Orange Theory. Your girl's been going to Orange Theory lately, breaking through plateaus, feeling incredible. But I can maybe break down everything on a different podcast, and we can go into all of the things fitness-wise. But honestly, when it comes down to it today, about taking the easy way out is the funniest thing that you can say to someone that gets up every day and works out. So watch what you say. Watch what you say to me. Next question. How did you stay motivated on the hard days? Now, that is such a good question, because you're not going to like my answer. My answer is that I just did it. I just do it. And at the end of the day, it's easier said than done. And you definitely have to develop a routine for yourself so that you can just do it. But when you start to see consistent results, you're motivated, you know. When you actually build a routine that you love, it kind of just becomes like, oh, you know, normal. Like, this is what I do. I go to the gym at this time. I eat that meal. I meal prep on Sundays. Like, it just kind of becomes your new norm. And it's crazy to think about. Like, if you had told me that 15 months ago, I'd be like, yeah, right. Your mama. But it really does. It does become a routine that you can learn to follow and be motivated by. You just have to be consistent and actually not. One of my favorite quotes that I don't even know where I heard this from, but it was, stop trying to copy your favorite TikTokers chapter 26 when you're only on chapter 1 or 2. You know what I mean? If you're starting out your journey, don't follow anyone. Discover what's going to work for you, because that's how you can find true success in your journey. This is a good one. How has your relationship with food changed since starting GLP-1s? So that is crazy, and it's a big question for me, because my relationship with food has changed so much being on a GLP-1. It's actually crazy. I just feel like I had mentioned a little bit earlier, the emotion for me is taken out of food, and not in a negative way. I don't have any negative outlooks on food. I feel like my outlets on food are incredible. Like, I can look at a food and I can say, this is what's going to fuel me. That's how I see food now, like as fuel. You know, it needs to fuel me through this workout, fuel me through this day. And it doesn't just revolve around my day anymore. I'm not making it my entire personality to get this recipe right, to, you know, make the best meal. It's just what's going to work for me and the meals that I do enjoy to eat, because I'm still a foodie for real. I love food. But at the end of the day, it's not my whole personality. It's not my whole life. And I'm grateful for that, because there's so many more things out there to do with life that doesn't involve food. And you couldn't tell me that 15 months ago, truly. LC, how do you not have any side effects? How can I not have side effects? Oh my goodness, a GLP-1 didn't work for me. La, 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 la. I hear you, girlies. I hear you with my whole heart, okay? You can truly avoid side effects on a GLP-1 by easily setting yourself up for success. Now, how do you do that? Success looks different to everyone. But multivitamins, getting your vitamins in, you know, going to the doctor, seeing if you're deficient in any vitamins so you can make sure that you are, you know, taking the ones that are good for you, making sure that you are eating, you know, getting that protein in, drinking that water. But most importantly, a good vitamin regimen is how I avoid side effects, and also making sure I'm setting myself up for success. The first thing I put in my body in the morning is either lemon water in the morning, but in most of my journey, it literally was bone broth and collagen. I used to start my day religiously like that. And it's just little habits like that that can really help you be successful. And also, don't eat things that's going to hurt your stomach. I am so tired of people coming in my lives and saying, oh my goodness, my stomach hurts, da 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 da. And I'm like, what did you eat for dinner last night? Hot wings, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. You know what? All of that could be fine, but if it doesn't sit right on your stomach, baby, it doesn't sit right. Because everything in moderation. You know, I'm not saying I never eat those things anymore. But at the end of the day, can we be so for real with ourselves, please? Can we be so for real? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Another question I get a lot is, how did you lose so fast? You know, by week 6, I was down 26 on a GLP-1. A lot of people always say it was not like that for me, or how are you so successful? Honestly, the answer is to go after it, okay? I wasn't just waiting around for my GLP-1 to work. I was getting up. I was going to the gym in the morning. I was, you know, eating more at home. I was starting to just try to do better, because I feel like this was like, I made this TikTok once, and it was like, I'm giving life one more try. I'm giving life one more try. And that's how I felt about getting on a GLP-1. Like, I was at a really low point in my life, and I was like, you know, what can you lose? What more do you have to lose at this point in time? So lo and behold, I did not know a whole GLP-1 would change my entire being. Now I'm basically a mascot. So, you know, a lot can change. You just have to go after it. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready for change? Because a lot of the time we self-sabotage because we don't think we're good enough. We let self-doubt creep in, and we ain't doing that around here. If you guys are watching this, you are officially a girly pop, and the girly pops know we do not play that around here. We celebrate every win. We realize that, we have to give ourselves grace. We're just a girl in this big old world, okay? But we do have to push to get to where we want. No excuses. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because you are officially a girly pop, and there are going to be so many more episodes to come. Let me know if you're liking these vibes. So did I take the easy way out and get on Ozempic? Yes. But at the end of the day, I would do it again. Don't let anybody in your life stop you from prioritizing your health, because they weren't with you when you were crying yourself to sleep, when your ankles were hurting and so inflamed. They weren't with you struggling with PCOS issues, people that don't understand anything about it. They weren't with you when you were getting diagnosed with pre-diabetes, okay? Don't let anyone hold you back from getting started on a journey that could better your health, okay? If you guys have any questions, my inbox is always open. You can comment them below as well. And in the comments, you guys, let me know how a GLP-1 changed your life. Tell me all about it. I love to hear about it. I want to cheer you on and get all the girlies motivated that want to start their journey. Don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back, okay? Because guess what? Your auntie, uncle, granny, mama, they're going to see you and they're going to be so grateful that you took back your health. And the media tries to portray these meds as something that they're not. And one thing I will never stop is proving everybody wrong about how much a GLP-1 can truly help you, okay? A GLP-1 saved my life. That is my testimony, and nobody can take that from me. I don't care what you think. And I'm not stealing it from the diabetics, okay? I've been on compound my entire journey, so argue with your mama. If you want to argue in the comments, have fun with that, girl. Have fun. Now, who would I be without a segment about reading? You guys, I'm a real big bookworm. If you know, you know. I have over 160 books. It's my very own library. Of course, we need to do a segment, and we're going to read together, you guys. Welcome to Girly Pop Tribe Book Club, okay? Girly Pops read, okay? So join me. Now, I know you guys might have already read this, but I've had this on my bookshelf, and I have yet to read it, okay? You know when you come across a book talk review and it wasn't that great, so you're just like, I have that book, but it can wait. And endless, TBRs. I have not read this. Read it with me, girlies. Let's read this together. It is The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. And also, if you guys have any recommendations, comment them below because we will be reading. We'll read this for a couple weeks and then we will move on. But you guys, if you have read this book, let me know how you like it. But if you haven't, you guys, let's read it together and let's talk about it. No spoilers in the comments, of course, but just let me know what you rate it and if you liked it or not. If you haven't read it, let's read it together. I thought I would do this segment because I love to read and the girly pops are smart. So let's get out of our reading funks, because is it just me or am I the only one in a reading funk right now? It's crazy. So let's read together and then let's talk about it weekly, because I will see you here next Saturday. No games. You better be here, okay? Set the alarms if you're like me that got ADHD and can't remember anything. But be here. Now, before this yap session comes to an end, I did just want to touch on some things real quick. I want, if any girly pops, young girls are watching this, I want you to truly know that you can do anything you set your mind to. No matter if you've made mistakes, okay? You did something wrong, you got in trouble. You had a kid young and now you're a teen mama. At the end of the day, get up and go after any single thing that you want to. Who is stopping you? Do not let self-doubt hold you back. If I let self-doubt hold me back, I would have never posted the first TikTok. I have over 11K girlies following me now. I've helped over 200 girly pops start their GLP-1 journeys, and I have a testimony. And I'm no one special. You can do it too. Believe in yourself, because nobody else is going to believe in you as much as you will. And really just start putting in the inner work to truly see how amazing you are. You are here and now. You're amazing enough to get to where you want to be. You're amazing enough to try that project you've been putting off. You're amazing enough to make the content, sis. Make the content, sis. I never thought that I'd be having a platform to share my journey. I never thought that I would be 106 down in 15 months. I never thought that getting on a GLP-1 would change my entire life. Don't hold yourself back. I recently went out to eat with my family for my brother's birthday, and I got a fortune cookie. And you know what it said? It said, do not let impatience ruin your success. Now, one of the things I hear the most about girlies on their GLP-1 is the comparison. Oh my goodness, I'm already on month 2. I haven't lost anything. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys, it is okay. It is okay. Everybody's journey is their own. And if you're not where you want to be, make a plan, baby. Make a plan and make it happen. And make sure you have a good vitamin regimen. So many of y'all are out here raw dogging life. Like, are y'all good? Are y'all cool? Like, get on a good vitamin regimen. It is going to be the best thing ever. Like, I'm telling you, we is not early 20s anymore, okay? We are pushing 30, y'all. I'm going to be 30 literally next year. That's insane. But at the end of the day, know you can do amazing things and know that you can get to where you want to be, okay? I started my TikTok not thinking anything of it. I literally did not think that I would be blessed to become an advocate, work with brands, literally get paid from social media. And that's going to be a whole nother podcast one day. We will get into that. So definitely hit that subscribe button. But at the end of the day, all I did was take a chance on myself. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Take a chance on yourself. Why not? Why not? Sorry, you guys. Theater kid at heart. Never going to stop. I don't know about you, but I'm liking the vibes. This is just like a home podcast, you guys. I made this podcast room in my freaking house, okay? These are my mother's plants. I couldn't have a plant to save my life. She's a plant lady. Love her. I literally woke up one day and I was like, I'm making a podcast and it's going to go viral and everyone's going to listen to me and everyone's going to be part of the Girly Pop Tribe because I have a testimony and I want girlies to know that they can too and they can get to where they want to be. And that's my whole purpose of this podcast. I want to be your Saturday morning cartoons. I want to be your go-to comfort creator. I just want to be here for the girlies. Now, man, you're welcome to, I guess, but we will be talking all things girly. So just be aware. It is going to be very girly pop over here. We talk about periods. Ew. We talk about how GLP-1s are helping us ovulate finally. Like, let's go. You guys, so much can change when you decide to make the chance. So I'm telling you right now, if you get anything from this podcast, make the change. And even if you're on a GLP-1 and you're not doing the best, you're not feeling the best in your journey, join my GLP-1 support group. It's going to be in the description below. And lean on us. Lean on the girlies. This is what this community is all about, okay? Lean on the girlies. Know we're here for you. And I'll catch you next Saturday right here. Same place, same time. Get your jammies ready. Because every week I definitely am going to be in a new pair of jammies, and low key, if we're matching anytime or if you have these jammies, let me know in the comments. And also, if you listen to this all the way through, you are a real one. And also my fave, comment a pink emoji because girls rule, boys drool. Catch you in my next podcast, Girly Pop Tribe Podcast. August 23rd, first episode in the books. Let's freaking go. Catch you guys later. Bye. Y'all better hit that subscribe button. Okay? There's lots more to come.